What is the perfect way to market your property? I've been in the industry now for about 4 years. I've worked for 2 very reputable agents and agencies, one of which I own, and the previous one was a very big brand. Where I had a great mentor, saw some of the best agents, saw some great marketing techniques, was in the US for about 8 years and kind of saw how real agents would work and how they would market properties and ultimately charge the right fees. So in the US, a typical fee is 5% minimum, maybe 6%. In the UK, it seems to be anywhere between 0.75% and 2.5%. So we charge 2.5% and there's a marketing contribution up front. And a lot of potential clients say to me, why would I pay you X amount when I can pay these people X amount? And it's a good question, but I just think in life, it's kind of, you get what you pay for. And I think a lot of people are adapting the social media strategy at the moment. A lot of high street agents that would have never used it before see what people like Fine and Country do, what we do, and they try and bring that within their agency. But, just because you're a footballer and you play football on a Saturday doesn't necessarily mean you're a Premiership footballer. Just because you do social media, it doesn't mean you're doing it right, and it doesn't mean the audience are right. So for me, the perfect strategy that I've adopted over the past 3 or 4 years, and which has helped me, gain a reputation of being one of the top agents in the UK, is pretty simple. And I don't necessarily think, and I know a lot of people say to me, don't be so hard on yourself, or don't be a critic, but I don't necessarily think you need to be overly talented to be a top agent. And I see a lot of agents have, degrees, and they come out of banking or financing or central London this or blah, blah, blah. And my dad's this and I think all of that is irrelevant, to be honest. I think it takes a lot of hard work. It takes the ability to be able to negotiate, and ultimately, and most importantly for me, the ability to market a home in the right way with the right eyes. Because you could have 1 million views on a TikTok video or YouTube or Instagram video and it'd be a complete waste of time. Yes, the video might go viral, but are there buyers actually looking at your house? So the way I like to market is pretty simple. I'll be at the property for a day, about 8 or 9 hours. Early, we take the photos. The next step is to take the floor plan. And then my next 6 hours is a really, really well-structured video where I introduce the property, I walk through the property, show you each and every room, talk about the history, the landscaping, the building potential, the £100,000 kitchen, the Miele appliances, whatever it is. Then very, very importantly, I'll go to the local area. I'll talk about the local golf course, the country clubs, the spas, the best restaurants, the private schools, because ultimately my job is to make a house famous, not just to local buyers, but to central London buyers, to people in Europe, to people in Singapore, Dubai, Monaco, wherever it is. And the house is a byproduct. Half of it is the house, the other half is what's it like living in this area? Where can I play golf? Where can I hop on a train and get to central London? Where's the closest airport? And very importantly, where can my kids go to school? So it's a 10 to 15 minute sort of BBC documentary type of video on the property and the local area. Then the important stuff gets done. It's all edited, it's shown to the client, they approve it. 9 times out of 10, they're over the moon with it. And often people say to me, I don't even want to move now, you've almost sold it back to me. But then it's a 4-week process. It's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, which is super, super important for me. It's a direct mail campaign with all of the information, the photos, and then a QR code on the direct mail, which takes you straight to the video. So the direct mail, for example, this £2 million house I've got for sale in Nottingham. I sent direct mail to over 600 properties on and off the market of a value of 1.5 up to 10 million. You know, a lot of those go out to people that are on the market because they're selling, they're probably looking at buying. Typically and historically, people stay within 50 miles. So I really target those. But then I go to the big cities, the central London, the Manchesters, the Birmingham. Sometimes I'll do it to Monaco, Dubai, Singapore. I'll send it to other agents as well because I'll offer a chunk of my fee to them. So for me, it's not a dog eat dog, me kind of industry. It's very much what's in it for what can I do best to serve the client. If my fee is a little bit less because I've got to give some to somebody else who brings a buyer, I don't care. And in the US, you've got a buyer's agent, you've got a seller's agent, people work together. And I think that's missing in the UK. So it's a really intense 4-week marketing strategy. I'll spend thousands on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube ads that are targeting people that earn 100,000 plus a year, that are business owners, their kids go to private school. That's the difference between doing social media and doing it right. Ultimately, I want to drive everybody there for one day, for an open day. The good thing about this from a seller's perspective, you've only got to get the house ready once. So it saves you a lot of hassle, a lot of back and forth. And ultimately what it does, it creates that competition. If I can have everybody there on one day, I can drive the price up, because if I've got people there from 10 a.m. till 2:30, they pass each other, they may see each other in the garden, it creates that competition, and they want what they want and they want what they want. And ultimately I'm here to work for the seller, and my job's to extract the most money out of the market. And I think with the strategy that we utilize, you'll know what your house is worth when I'm done with it. Sometimes that might not be the number that you were really hoping for. Often the case it is, but I think what a lot of my clients say is, do you know what, if that's the number I'm getting with you, rather than going with a high street agent, taking some pictures, sticking it on Rightmove, hoping for the best, that's probably the best offer I'm going to get. And they know I'll extract the most out of the market. You know, we train a few times a week on negotiation. You know, we always request proof of funds, so there's no time wasters, it's no nosy neighbors, and it's not us being arrogant, or, you know, we just don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to waste my time, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to have people in your property that are just coming around for a look around, because it's important to be discreet. It's important to be, you know, putting the safety measures of having the right people in your property. And ultimately, if we have a packed open house, we'll have 4 or 5 agents there to keep an eye on everything. So it's quite a simple strategy. Market the hell out of it, get the house famous, get the right people in there, send out mail, direct mail invites, market the house with the video, put it in magazines, put it in first class lounges, invite all of the other agents there to get their content. And I've produced some of the best results ever. And sometimes where agents have had them for a year or 2 years without any decent results or any offers, and then sometimes we get, you know, hundreds of thousands, 500,000 over asking just by following that process. So yeah, I just wanted to give a bit of an insight whilst I'm sat here on my open day waiting for my next viewer. But that is a typical strategy for me. And the big one also is the luxury home shows, the biggest property channel in Europe. Any of my listings will get featured on there. Matt and Summer, hugely successful brand that they've built. That's my business partners. So the property tours will always feature on there. So this is Damion with a little bit of insight on exactly how I market a property.